I'm ready for a new video. The reason why I have a black screen, is because I don't want anyone to dox me. Okay, I'm not going to show you a single piece of this house's floor. I don't want to get doxed by people who hate me. If you want my downfall, then I'm sorry, it won't happen. I'm pretty sure you should be the one having a downfall. In fact, you never even had a reputation to begin with. Why am I talking about that? I forgot what this way is supposed to talk about the situation. Okay, to cut it short, because I'm also going to put this as a short. Simply, I wanted to play Puyo 4. I was going to get retro achievements to do that, but since there weren't any, since Puyo 4 didn't have a set in retro achievements, I just had to I just couldn't, and I didn't have any ideas, nor did I feel like recording a new video, and I was basically stuck in limbo. Well, that's it. And also, this is the part that you'll see in the full video. Okay, so the full video, this basically, I didn't really have many ideas. I didn't have ideas. I was basically kind of really mad, impatiently waiting for Puyo 4 to get some retro achievements until today, where I realized, hey, that might just take 3 billion years, and that might mean I might as well have permanent hiatus. I might as well say the channel's done until 2055. I might as well have said that. I'm also said that this channel's done and will come back after 5 million years. But no, it's not. I will come back. No matter how dark it may seem, I will come back. I don't feel like doing a devlog right now. All the development will be shown through Reddit videos now. Since now that my videos are hybrid MP4, that means that my videos are able to be. That would mean that my videos are not only able to be seen on Reddit, but that would mean that I also have to put them on YouTube. Although if I make the devlog longer than 15 minutes, then although the devlog that I make is too long, and I'm gonna have to put it on YouTube. So I mean that all my Categories RPG devlogs will now be on Reddit instead of YouTube because apparently Reddit can only take MP4s and not Matroska video. It can only take MP4s. That's it. But hybrid MP4s can be done, and I do use those considering the way that I make my videos. Yeah, I prefer a hybrid. So another thing, I've been wanting to play Sonic Last Still Online with other people for the longest time. I've been wanting to play Sonic Last Still Online, but can't. Why can't I just play Sonic Last Still Online? I don't know how to port forward. I don't know how to port forward. But I do have a VPN. I do have a VPN, but I don't know how to port forward. I guess a VPN could work. I'm not learning. I guess because trying to learn port forwarding, in the port forwarding guide that I read or looked at, because I don't really read. I just read with my eyes instead. I just read with my eyes and don't actually speak it out loud unless I want to. Yeah, while I was reading it, I still didn't know how to do it. It's like trying to teach calculus to a bunch of 6th graders. You just can't. They're not that level of math yet. They're not gonna. And I guess surprise, they're not going to understand that. And I'm talking about the average 6th grader that doesn't live in the United States, as in most of my audience, as in part of my audience. If you don't live in South Africa, and as in you live in a developed country or a country that isn't so aggressive, then you pretty much won't be able to learn calculus because that's a little too early for the level of education you're at. And then there's Hold on. So even with ring racers, I can't seem to understand how to pour forward. And ring racers is essentially, and for me, ring racers is essentially the closest thing we can get to Sonic or Last 2.3. Because it actually allows you to do, and because the game actually supports loop-the-loops, which is something the regular SRB2 can't even do. Not even regular SRB2 can do that. Not even regular, not even like good, not even like regular old Grandpa SRB2 can do that. And SRB2 2.2 is it's not in the classics. It's not in the classic. It's not in like the classic range yet. In fact, the year I was born is not considered classic, which means that apparently I count as an ancient relic now. Yes, I dox my own age. Yes, I'm not an adult. But hey, I don't have to be so ashamed because I met a guy on Reddit, which also helped me draw some of the sprites. Well, draw drawings, which I converted to sprites, just like how they did in the 90s. Because that same guy is actually 14 years old, just 2 years older than how I accidentally doxed myself. Well, at least revealed my own age by accident. But again, the fact that I was actually a 12-year-old probably should have been obvious because I don't sound like an adult at all. Because again, I've never heard a man who sounds like really young. I never heard a man who sounds like he just got to who sounds more like a child who just got to 6th grade. Unless it's Bryson, the guy from Haminations, then no, I don't think I've ever met a guy who sounds like that. Because Bryson was actually an adult when he sounded like a 6th grader, and I sound much older than him for some reason. And I'm only 12 years old. Well, much older than him before his voice changed because this video is super outdated already. Okay, that's just his old voice. That's just the past. He doesn't sound like that anymore. His voice has deepened a lot, but he generally sounds more like a 13-year-old or 14-year-old at best. But, well, he still doesn't sound like his age, probably. And it's also shown that he doesn't even look his age, even. So, yeah, I don't have to be too ashamed. And again, the fact that I'm not actually an adult probably should have been obvious to people who actually watch my videos. It probably would have been obvious that I wasn't even an adult yet to people anyway. And for the ones who watch my older videos, which I consider cringe by keeping them up anyway, because why the hell not? Yeah. In some of those videos, it's shown that I am much younger than I am. I live in a Spanish-speaking country, and I will not say which one it is because, again, if you actually care enough to go into the community tab of my YouTube channel, you will realize that no, I don't come from Mexico. Yo no vengo de México. Y yo no vengo de España. I don't come from Spain or Mexico. I come from one of the most obscure Spanish-speaking countries. No, it's not some random Spanish country you never heard of. Some people have heard of it, and some countries are aware of it. And this country was abused for its bananas. Yeah, it's another banana republic. Highly unstable country, god-awful economy, god-awful president, and was abused by the United States for banana. And also, it's one of the countries it's also one of the few countries in the world, or possibly one, or if not, one of the only countries that start with H, and then with an S. and also it's a country that I mentioned also ends with an S. If you guessed the country's name, good job. You actually guessed that. No, I don't come from Puerto Rico. I come from Puerto Rico, but if it sucked, I come from Dollar Store America. But no, that's a little too nice. Dollar Store Puerto Rico, Craigslist Puerto Rico, all the names you can think of. That's an accurate way to describe Honduras. And they're growing, but growing's also not. If I was like 80 years old and Honduras looked the same, and Honduras look, but damn, I actually remember the country's name. But you still did good. And I wouldn't be surprised if I came back to this country when I was like a full adult, and then like 10 years later, Honduras looks exactly the same as it did 10 years ago. Then yeah, I wouldn't be so surprised, considering I'm expecting them to finally Honduras to finally go because I'm expecting Honduras to finally advance after like I don't know 100 years, maybe we'll be living like it's the 2000s. Because Honduras is because living in Honduras is like essentially living in the 1990s. The power could go out at any moment and you never know. And also the economy is also not the best. But it's basically the 1990s, but if it was even more difficult. And then there's also, and I've been talking a little too much about Honduras, haven't I? So yeah, that's it. I've just been talking about things. And my channel has been, and I think I had a dream where my channel, if suddenly got a lot more views or a lot more subscribers or something, or it got bigger out of nowhere. And this year has been a really hard time for me. Like one of the hardest times even. It's been like one of the hardest times in the entire history of my channel. One of the hardest. I've been losing subscribers left and right. I lost 3 subscribers. I got 2 subscribers this year, and I lost 3. I lost 3 subscribers, which means that I have less subscribers than when I started the year. I have less subscribers than when I was in summer. Okay, in summer I went to the United States for a vacation, to say goodbye to my brother, who was going off to college pretty soon. So in that time, I didn't have my computer. I only had my phone. So I was unfortunately unable. Because of that, I was unfortunately unable to work on Categories RPG due to the fact that I was far away from my computer, and I had to wait until I came back home to play some Sonic Blast 2. But at first, so I could get back to work on Categories RPG. And then after that, the game kind of went in hiatus, and I kind of left it to dry a little. Like, really dry. I left it to dry. But then I got back to work on it, and things have gone a little faster. I have not been working on any sprites, but I'm pretty sure I could just grab some of the drawings that the unnamed Twitter user that helped me out. No, I'm actually going to credit him. That the Twitter user, Reddit user, Liam Falconer 2510, helped me out with the drawings. I guess I could just study his drawings and use it to make the other sprites, but use it to make some other sprites. The sprite sheet for Categories, again, this is also some pretty important news for the people who are following Categories RPG, my Categories fan game. The sprite, I'm no longer able to guarantee if the sprite sheet for Caddy will even be complete. I'm no longer able to guarantee if Categories' sprite sheet is even complete. I'm no longer able to guarantee that because I've not been working on the game for a bit, and in my small little country, it's gonna be Christmas. It's gonna be the 25th of December very soon, and unfortunately. And unfortunately, that's the day where I plan to release Kakarot's RPG's Christmas demo, where it adds a lot of things to the game. No Christmas theming because, again, it's not like I've been working on the game months in advance. I literally just started working on the game on November again, and then now I'm essentially in a bit of a rush to release it. And also the first version of the game, well, the first public version that will never be taken off, is the Game Jolt version. The Game Jolt version is the only version of the game. It's the first true release of Kakarot's RPG. It's the first true release. The first true release of the game. It's still pretty incomplete, but again, it's just the first release. It's just the first release, so it's basically as complete as I can get it to be. It's basically as complete as I can make it. And I also want to share. Some cool some lost pieces of development. So when I was working on Kakarot's RPG, I originally intended the warp room to actually be not be just a little boxy room. Originally, the warp room was going to be one big circle and some little thick lines to designate the worlds. Basically, it was going to be a lot more round and less boxy. I tried to make it look like the Crash 3 warp room, but made from memory, of course. But ultimately, I decided on the more boxy design, and I don't know why I downgraded it. Maybe I just found it a little easier to work with a boxy room than a big circle with a giant hole in the middle. So I guess I want to say, are you okay with it? So for the people who are following Kakarot's RPG, do you actually want me to put the old pre-beta warp room back in? Just that I just fix some things like the big hole in the middle and make it a little more open, or should I keep the recent more boxy design and not change the warp room at all? One will take me more time, and it may delay the release of the Christmas demo even further. I'm gonna make sure that I can at least release it on New Year or 1st of January, as in one whole month late, because why not? Technically, kind of. Or if I just keep the recent design, which means I only have to delay a little bit, or possibly release it on the spot, right at December 25th. Again, the first version of Kakarot's RPG isn't the first version that will never be taken off online. The one that will never be taken offline. It's basically my Christmas gift to you guys. I add a bunch of stuff into the game. I maybe put a little more sprites, and wha-bam! And bam! And boom! Bam, boom, bam, there it is. Again, back to the Ring Racers SRB2 and other things like Llama. Yeah. Generally, I really like SRB2. I don't know how to port forward. I can't seem to figure it out, and I really want to make a new video. So if you got this far into the video, because I actually want this to be the end of the video, unless some new thing comes into the video to sidetrack me, and if I do finish the video, but I did get something new to talk about, I'll just make a separate video. Anyway. The last thing I was going to talk about is that I'm actually trying to make a Ring Racer server. So that's the new video. Ring Racers gameplay. Please, 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 join the video. No, I mean, join the server. Darn, my words get all mixed up. Please, 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 please join my Ring Racer server. Please join my Ring Racer server. Please, please, please. I feel so I'm just so lonely playing Ring Racers all by myself with basically no one. No, because either I can play with regular Ring Racers and have the rival AI just absolutely cheat, or I just go online and play with no one, and then I'm all alone, and then I get sad. Well, kind of sad, a little depressed. So what does this video evolve to? Oh yeah, my channel is losing subscribers, and I need you to help me. So please sub and subscribe, because my channel is going through a subscriber crisis, a subscriber financial crisis. Please help, or else I don't know. I'll probably just be like, I'll just probably be like really sad for the fact that I went from literally 18 subscribers and literally got back to where I started. And also, like if you can, and if you want to see more of these videos and actually want to see more of my content, punch that bell. Hit the bell. Hit the little church bell right there. Hit that little bell and it will notify you when I have a new video. And, oh wait, I forgot to put my hand on there. Darn, my hand gets so tired. And bye.